Yeah, good morning students. This is Dr. Prem Kumar, Professor, Pulai Engineering College, Department of Computer Science. Today let us have a discussion on automated teller machine. That is, in short, we call it as an ATM, automated teller machine. Dear students, in short, the ATM, we call it as anytime money. That is a nickname of ATM. We generally call it as an anytime money, that is ATM. That is only a nickname. The actual name is automated teller machine, in short ATM. It disperses the specified amount using debit or credit cards. I want amount, you will be taking amount from the ATM machines. You are well acquainted with these ATM machines, you are doing transactions regularly. Your parents nowadays, you are working regularly with the ATM machines. Let us have some awareness and some points, technical points, non-technical points regarding the machine, what we are using regularly. It is providing a lot of comfort to the public. Previously, in olden days, we used to go to the banks, stand in queues, hectic process, and we used to take the amounts, either to deposit the amounts or to withdraw the amounts. So we used to have long, lengthy queues. Instead, now every street is facilitated with the ATM machines of various banks, and it is 24 hours, 24/7. So you can approach any nearest ATM machine. You can insert your card. It may be a debit card or credit card. You can do money transactions. It is providing a lot of comfort, convenience to the public. Midnight, you go to the machine, you approach the machine, you take the money. And hence, it is being nicknamed as anytime money. Let us have some awareness on these ATM machines in this class. In order to work with ATM machines, we need to have some cards. When you open an account, bank account, the bank people, they provide you with some cards. The cards may be debit cards, it may be credit cards, it may be prepaid cards, it may be electronic cards. In India, there are 4 types of cards. One is a debit card. One should have account balance. You need to open an account, you need to have some balance amount in that. Unless and until you are having a balance amount in your bank, you can't apply, you can't approach the ATM and do money transactions. I want to withdraw the amount. Your bank should have an account. In your bank account, some amount is to be deposited previously. Unless and until you are having the amount in your bank, you can't withdraw the amount. That is nothing but it is a debit card. Credit card. Coming to credit card, no need of account balance, but can take credit. I don't have single NP in my bank account, but still seeing your job, seeing your profile, seeing your properties, the bank will issue a card which is called as a credit card. Using that card from ATM machines, you can take the amounts, you can withdraw amounts, you can go with the shopping, show the card, they will give you the goods. Of course, the card will be swiped in the machines, money transaction machines, and the goods will be delivered to you. In fact, in your bank, you are with a zero balance, you don't have a single NP in your bank account, but still they will give the credit for you, that is called credit card, depending upon your value, depending upon your goodwill, depending upon the job, depending upon the income tax payments. That card is called credit card. Without money, you can purchase the goods, credit card. There is another type of card which is called as a prepaid card. Coming to the prepaid card, need to prepay the amount to the bank and take the credit. Suppose I need to give, it is almost all similar to debit card, but the prepaid card, they give some credit depending upon your bank balance. Suppose I am having 1 lakh in my bank, they can go up to, now they gave some credit above that 1 lakh. Suppose I am having a 5 lakhs deposit amount in my bank, they give more than 5 lakhs. You can take more than 5 lakhs from the bank. It is a prepaid card. Coming to the debit card, if you are having 1 lakh, you can withdraw only 1 lakh. If you are having 2 lakhs, you can withdraw only 2 lakhs. If you are having 5 lakhs, you can withdraw only 5 lakhs. That is a debit card. Coming to the prepaid card, I already paid 1 lakh. My amount is there with you 1 lakh since 6 months. Now I want to purchase 1,25,000. Yes, you can purchase 1,25,000. Already 1 lakh is there in the bank. They give 25,000 extra. Prepaid card. There is electronic cards in which there is a concept called overdrafts. This will be given for the companies. Yours is a private limited company. For you to do money transactions, they give the electronic cards. You will be having, the companies, they will be having overdraft accounts based on the overdraft account, the company scenario and the strength of the companies, keeping many factors into the consideration. They give some cards which are called as an electronic cards. All these cards, it may be debit card, it may be credit card or prepaid card or electronic card. All these cards can be used in ATM. to do money transactions. You can deposit the amount, you can withdraw the amount. Types of ATM machines. In ATM machines, we discussed about ATM cards. Now we will discuss ATM machines. There are two types of ATM machines, on-site ATM machines and off-site ATM machines. Coming to the on-site ATM machines, there should be a bank. Attached to the bank, there will be ATM machines which are called on-site ATM machines. In the bank premises itself, there will be ATM machine which is called on-site ATM machine. Off-site ATM machine. Coming to this off-site ATM machine, you don't have bank. But in the streets, there will be ATM machines which is called off-site ATM machines. Sometimes in villages, in rural areas, you will not be having banks, you will be having only ATM machines. Those are called off-site ATM machines. There will be certain banks which are located abroad, but their ATM machines will be in India. You don't have bank, but their ATM machines are serving the public. Those are called off-site ATM machines. On-site and off-site ATM machines. Types of ATM machines based on the purpose. The previous one is types of ATM machine based on site, that is location. This is the classification based on purpose of ATM machines. What is the purpose? To withdraw the amount. That is the purpose. Based on the purpose of ATM machines are being classified. You are having white labeled ATM machines. These are being operated by non-banking financial companies. NBFC stands for non-banking financial companies and offer the most popular ATM services. You are having some standard nationalized banks. You take Union Bank of India, it is a nationalized bank. You take State Bank of India, it is a nationalized bank. Previously you are having Andhra Bank, Canara Bank, and all these are the nationalized banks. Other than nationalized banks, there will be some private organizations, financial companies. The financial companies, they make use of some ATMs. They will install ATMs and they are called white labeled ATM machines, not banks. Non-banking financial companies, they deploy their ATM machines which are called as a NBFC ATM machines. Those ATM machines are being called as a white labeled ATM machines. They are official, they can be used by the public. Yellow labeled ATM machines. The next is yellow labeled ATM machines. Coming to this, they assist the people with the e-commerce transactions. How to do money transactions. They assist, they give all sorts of assistance. I want to transfer the money from one account to another account. How to do that? They will give some tutorials, they will play some videos and they will train you how to do money transactions. These ATM machines will train you, will guide you how to transfer from one account to another account. I want to deposit some cash of different denominations. Let me say I'm having 2000 rupees notes, I'm having 500 rupees notes, I'm having 50 rupees notes, I'm having 100 rupees notes. How to deposit, I don't know. If you approach the yellow labeled ATM machines, they will guide you, they will train you how to deposit the amount, how to withdraw the amount, how to do money transactions from one account to another account, how to do money transactions abroad, how to do money transactions locally. All these are being trained. This sort of training programs will be given by machine which is called as a yellow labeled ATM machines. Brown labeled ATM machines. The ATM machines are not directly owned by the financial institutions but are leased to provide ATM facility in various places. These brown labeled ATM machines are not owned by the owners. The owners will give leasing to X party, that is third party. The third party will be maintaining those ATM machines which are called as a brown labeled ATM machines. For example, you take State Bank of India. These ATM machines of the State Bank of India are being maintained by some X person. Means the State Bank of India has given these ATM machine maintenance lease to X person and X person will be maintaining. They are not directly under control of State Bank of India. They are under control of X person. For X person, State Bank of India has given for lease, for maintenance. Those ATM machines are called as a brown labeled ATM machines. Orange labeled ATM machines. Orange labeled ATM machines. You are having share market, bullion market, share market, stock exchange. The money transactions which are related to the stock exchange, bullion market, shares, all these you need to approach the ATM machines which are exclusively meant for share markets. Those are called orange labeled ATM machines. These ATM machines are used to do all transactions related to trading of shares. You are having pink labeled ATM machines. Pink labeled ATM machines. They are exclusively, these machines should be used by women. In ATM centers, generally all men and women, they stand in queue, they will be doing money transactions. But if that ATM machine is a pink labeled ATM machine, that ATM machine should be used only for women. Gents should not go there. That is a pink labeled ATM machine. Similarly, you are having a green labeled ATM machines. Green labeled ATM machines. The green labeled ATM machines, it facilitates the transactions for the agriculture. Pink labeled is for women and green labeled is for agriculture. So, we had a discussion on different types of ATM machines. You discussed about the white labeled, yellow labeled, brown labeled, pink labeled, green labeled ATM machines. These are the different ATM machines available. How ATMs are connected to banks? Nearly 99% of the ATMs of India are communicated through a leased line. Internet lines, leased lines. In internet, you are having different lines, different types of internet lines, links. ATM machines, they make use of the leased lines. Coming to the leased lines, through that internet line, no other transactions take place. Only the bank transactions only takes place. Only that particular bank transactions only takes place, and no other traffic. Our general communications will not enter into that line. That is called as a leased line. At ATM machine, we will be doing all sorts of money transactions. It is very, very important, crucial, critical transactions we do. The transaction speed is very important. In order to maintain speed, internet lines, a specialized internet lines called as leased lines are being used, which are high speed networking. After the ATM is installed, the bank needs to connect to its service and allow it to connect to the other bank services to help a consumer to get the cash. In the ATM center, whenever you are entering into the cash or your account number and other details should be transmitted to the bank, and bank should give an approval that to disburse the cash. In order to do this, you require an internet between the ATM center and the main bank. So the transaction speed, the communication speed should be very high. In order to have a high speed, they make use of a specialized internet lines which are called as a leased lines to do communication. You are having different types of ATM networking. As I told you, we make use of leased lines, and the networking is called as interbank networks. Most ATMs are connected to interbank networks. That is, one bank gets connected to another bank, that bank gets connected to another bank, and so on. That is called as the interbank networking. For example, I am having a Union Bank ATM card. I can go and put it in the State Bank of India ATM machine. I am having SBI card. I can put it in Canara Bank ATM machine. Or I can put that card in the overseas bank ATM machine, and I can take the amount, because the different bank ATM machines are interconnected, and hence it is called as a interbank networking. There is no hard and fast rule that if you are having SBI card, State Bank of India debit card, you should go only to the SBI ATM machine. You can approach the Andhra Bank ATM machine, you can approach the Union Bank ATM machine, you can approach the Indian Overseas Bank ATM machine. How come this is possible? Yeah, that is possible because there is a interbank networking. The connections between the various bank machines are being established. Interbank networking is there. In order to have the interbank networking, there are some agencies to establish the communication between the different banks and the different ATM machines. The different agencies which establish the communication or the connection between various ATM machines are NYCE. It is one of the organizations which will establish the communication and see that the communication goes on well. It is the responsibility of NYCE to see that the communication is going on between the various machines and the head office. There is Pulse, there is Plus, there is Cyrus, there is AFFN, there is Interact, there is Interswitch, Star, Link, Megalink, and BankNet. There are some host of organizations which are taking care of the interbank networking. The communication is very important. Connection between the ATM machine and the bank server, head office bank server, is very important. The communication should take place with great speed, for which interbank networkings are being established, bank to bank, bank to bank, bank to bank. And in order to establish this networking, interbank networking, and see that it is properly functioning, you are having organizations which are nothing but NYCE, Pulse, Plus, Cyrus, AFFN, Interact, Interswitch, Star, Link, Megalink, BankNet, etc. Generally, most of the ATM machines, they make use of the star topology. So, for example, let me say this is State Bank of India, the machine of State Bank of India, the server of SBI. The server of SBI got connected to Union Bank server. It got connected to Indian Overseas Bank, IOC. It got connected to Punjab National Bank. It got connected to another bank, some ABC Bank. It got connected to XYZ bank. So the Central State Bank of India, the ATM machine got connected to the machines, servers of various other banks. This type of connection is called as a star topology. Generally, they go with the star topology or the mesh topology. The connections and the internal technology to communicate the messages from one machine to another machine is called as circuit switching or packet switching. Generally, nowadays we are going with the packet switching. Previously, olden days, we made use of circuit switching. Now we are going with the packet switching networking to do communication, to deliver the messages from one system to another system and get back the reply. We are using packet switching networking. This is one technology, packet switching technology. We look into the different parts of ATM. You are having a keypad where you will type your password or the required amount. This is nothing but it is a keypad. You can observe this is nothing but it is a keypad. So it facilitates to give the input. You want to type your secret code. You want to type the amount required 50,000, 20,000, 10,000. So you require a keypad. So this is nothing but your keypad. Whenever you type, the messages should be displayed on monitor. This is nothing but your monitor. So it is called as a display screen. Keypad, display screen. You want to insert the card. So you are having a card reader. Here, this is the place where you will be inserting the card. Your debit card or credit card or whatever may be, prepaid card or electronic card, you will be inserted at this position. This is called card reader. You will be inserting the card. This is called card reader. And after giving the login and passwords, and you will get the cash. The required amount you will be typing, I want 50,000 or 20,000 or whatever may be, and you will be getting the cash. In order to get the cash, you are having a cash dispenser. This is the place where you are getting the cash. You can take back your cash here. This is a cash dispenser. There will be some ATM machines where you can deposit the amount. Even I can save the amount. Not only getting the amount, you can even store the amount. So then, in order to store the amount, you are having one slot here which is called as a deposit slot. To deposit the cash, you put the cash inside this, automatically it will count and register. This is the cash you paid for the bank. That is a deposit slot. After completion of the transaction, you should give a receipt for us. So you are having a printer. Here you are having a printer which is a receipt printer. It prints the receipt and it gives the receipt. It is a proof. It is an authenticated proof that you had deposited the cash. It is a proof that you had withdrawn the amount. So you should get a printed receipt. You can get back the receipt from this. This is called as a receipt printer. Inside the ATM you are having vault. A vault is nothing but this is the area where the cash is stored. This area is called as a vault. Vault is an area inside the ATM. Vault is the area where the cash is stored. This is the area where the cash will be available inside the ATM machine. Vault. In our general term, we call it as a currency boxes. The currency boxes are nothing but the vault. The entire processing is done by the CPU, Central Processing Unit. So we had a discussion on the external parts of the ATM. As I explained you previously, you are having a display screen where you can see the input given. You are having a card reader where you will be inserting the card so that the ATM machine will read the information on that. That is a card reader. You are having a cash dispenser. You will get the cash out of ATM. This is called as a cash dispenser. Receipt printer, it prints the receipt, and of course you are having a keypad where you will be giving the input, that is your passwords and the required amount to withdraw, and all this amount will be given from the keypad. Now I want to withdraw the amount. Of course you know, all of you know pretty well how to withdraw the amount. Just I am showing you step by step. You withdraw the amount. You will be taking a card. It may be a debit card or credit card. And now what you are doing, you are inserting the card into the machine and it is select the language. It is asking you select the language, English language or Telugu language you want to do transaction. After inserting, you will be entering the 4-digit PIN. It will ask you your secret code. That is a secret number, that is a 4-digit PIN. Personal identification number, that is a PIN, PIN, PIN. And feed the amount and press enter key. In cash withdrawal, select the account type. Suppose if you are withdrawing the cash, you need to specify the account type. There will be savings account and current account. Savings account is used for domestic purpose. Current account is used for business people. If you are doing a business, then yours is current account. If you are an employee, you will be working with a savings account. So type of account you need to select. And now you select the option whether you want to do withdraw or you want to have a balance inquiry, withdraw, balance inquiry, or you want to deposit the amount. You select the option. Suppose I want to withdraw the amount, I will select the option withdraw. Then what happens? The amount which I entered, let me say I want to withdraw 20,000 rupees. If I type 20,000 rupees, immediately the 20,000 rupees is ejected and you get it, the cash. It will also prompt you any additional transaction you want to do. Again, you want to take any more amount, yes or no. If yes, again the process goes on, continues. If no, it gets terminated. This is money transaction, that is withdrawing the amount from ATM machine. What is happening inside the ATM machine? I insert the card. Let me say this is the debit card. I insert this debit card into the machine. And now I am typing the amount to give 20,000 rupees. The debit card will be having a magnetic strip on which your information will be available. And now the pin is encrypted. I will be entering my secret code. Immediately this ATM will communicate that pin, the secret code, and the barcode is being read here. You are having a magnetic strip in which your information, your name, your address, your personal details will be available. The ATM machine will read this information when you insert this card, and it sends that information through ATM switches to the central bank, that is the head office. Through ATM switches, the pin what you entered, your details, your personal details which are available on the card will be read by the machine, and that is being sent to the ATM switch. From ATM switch it reaches the bank. The bank will check whether your pin is right or wrong, whether you are right person or wrong person. The bank will identify the complete details which are available in the card are being read by the bank machine. The bank server will give approve. Transaction is approved. If your details, if your card details are right and if your bank balance, then the transaction is being approved. It comes to the ATM switch. Approved. That is a positive signal. Approved. The positive signal, it came to the ATM switch. From here, you will get a command to give the cash. He is authorized person to take the cash. It gives a command from the centralized head office. For this ATM machine, which is in a street, you will get a command to give the cash. All this happens in few seconds. Because we are using leased lines, interbanking networking and leased lines. Leased lines are very fast internet lines to transfer the data, vice versa. Now this ATM got a command to give the cash, and hence immediately the cash within this ATM machine is ejected and the customer will enjoy the cash, will enjoy the transaction. Suppose I inserted the card and I entered a wrong pin. That implies I am not a right person. Immediately that information goes to the ATM switch, and from ATM switch it goes to the centralized bank, and this centralized bank server will look into that, and the transaction is disapproved if it is a wrong pin. Or sometimes I will enter to give 50,000 rupees, but in my bank I am having only 20,000 rupees. Then the transaction is disapproved. It comes back to the original ATM machine through ATM switch. It also gives the information what is wrong. Why it is disapproved? You will not get a cash. Why it is not disapproved? You will get a indication stating that your pin is wrong, stating that you don't have balance amount, stating that you are a wrong person, whatever may be. This is how the ATM machine works. The transactions with the ATM works in this manner. We look into this. The ATM machine is made up of 400 parts. There will be small, tiny, sensitive parts, 400 parts. And the weight of ATM machine is approximately 200 kgs. It starts with the debit card verification and authorizes whether you or not. Whenever you insert the card into the ATM machine, immediately the card details are being read, sent to the head office bank computer. The bank computer, that is the bank server, it will validate your data which is received from the ATM machine, and it sends a reply signal whether you are right person, genuine person or not. If you are right person, further transactions are permitted, otherwise the transactions are halted. ATMs are two readers. They will be having two readers. Inside the ATM machine there are two readers. One will read the magnetic strip. When you insert the debit card, there will be a magnetic strip like this. This magnetic strip is being read. When you insert a debit card into the ATM machine, the ATM machine will be having two readers. One reader will read the information from this magnetic strip. This magnetic strip contains the complete information about the person details, address details, whether he is an authorized person or not, and all information will be available here. This reader, the ATM machine reader, will read this information, sends this to the centralized bank. Similarly, the second reader, you are having two readers. The second reader reads the PIN, the 4-digit PIN is being read by the second reader. If the 4-digit PIN is also being sent to the centralized bank, the central bank or the main bank will send the reply signal validating these two information, that is the personal information and the PIN information. If these two are correct, it gives the information that this is right, otherwise it rejects the transactions. Once the information, the ATM, we insert the debit card and we give the information, it is sending the signal. The ATM machine is sending the signal through some means of communication. It may be wired communication or wireless communication. Through wireless communication, it is going to the satellites, antenna communication, it may be a cable communication, it may be optic communication, it may be a wireless communication. Through antennas, it reaches the centralized bank server. From the bank server, it reaches the bank server. From the bank server, it verifies, validates and gives whether yes or no, whether to continue the transactions or not continue the transaction with that particular card. It always goes through the leased lines, which are nothing but a wired communication or wireless communication. You observe here, there is a vault, cash vault. Inside the ATM machine, they insert a cash vault. This is called cash vault. This cash vault generally contains 4 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 parts in this cash vault. These 4 are called cassettes. First compartment, second compartment, third compartment and fourth compartment. Each compartment contains the cash of various denominations. Let me say 50 rupees notes, 100 rupees notes, 500 rupees notes and 2000 rupees notes. Each denomination notes are being placed in these cassettes. Observe carefully, here you are having a rubber wheels. There are some plastic wheels. For each cassette, there is a communication line which are connected to a set of wheels. There is a communication line which are connected to some set of wheels. Communication lines which are connected to set of wheels. Communication lines connected to set of wheels. Whenever we enter the money, automatically the communication goes to the respective cassettes. The cassettes rolls inside the rollers or the wheels inside the cassette. They will rotate and they will dispense the cash. As per the guidelines of RBI, Reserve Bank of India, an ATM can have maximum 12 lakhs cash. There are some ATM machines which can have even the limit of 24 lakhs cash when there is a lot of rush for that particular ATM center. 12 lakhs is not sufficient, then they go with the 24 lakhs. When there is a huge rush for that ATM machine, there is an RBI guidelines that you can go up to 24 lakhs. The minimum 12 lakhs and the maximum 24 lakhs. As I told you previously, you observe closely this picture. You observe the picture carefully. In the vault there are cassettes. Inside the cassettes there are some rubber rolls which will be working. The communication lines will send the signal to dispense 500. That is the 500 rupee notes. These wheels rotate and they will eject each note. Let me say these wheels rotate and this is 100 rupee note. This is a 100 rupee note. It picks up the 100 rupee note. Similarly, I want 500 rupee notes. This is 100 rupee note, second 100 rupee note, third 100 rupee note, fourth 100 rupee note and fifth 100 rupee note. It stops. Depending upon our input, the wheels rotate and through a conveyor belt, the rubber rollers will rotate. They will pick up the notes and through a conveyor belt, they will send the required notes through cash dispenser. Sometimes they may be fake notes. The width and the thickness of the note differs. If it is a fake note, the width and thickness of the note differs. There will be some sensors which will be measuring. The sensors will be measuring the width and the thickness of the note. If there is some variation in the width and thickness of the note, automatically those notes will be pushed to a separate chamber which is called as a reject bin. Sometimes one note may get stick to another note and hence the thickness of the note will be high. Because of the gummy substance or whatever may be, one note may be stick to another note and now the thickness of the note is high. Even such notes are being identified by the sensors and they are pushed into a separate chamber which is called as a reject bin. Invalid notes, torn notes, fake notes, sticked notes will be pushed to a bin which is called as a reject bin. Now after scanning the notes, after scanning the notes, the number of notes it has ejected out is being sent, the information is being sent to the again centralized bank. Now the bank computer will detect and it will calculate the new balance of the account holder. And that result, the calculated result is sent back to the ATM machine, and ATM machine through printer, inbuilt printer, it prints and it gives the receipt for you. The printed receipt is given to you, and how it is able to do calculation, the centralized bank server will perform all sorts of the calculation, and the content which is to be displayed on the hard copy is being sent from the centralized bank to the ATM machine, and ATM machine will print that through printer, and finally the customer is getting the receipt. Cash disbursement. The entire process of the cash counting and disbursement happens in few seconds. It just takes few seconds to rotate the wheels and give. Generally 5 notes per second it counts. The average speed of various ATM machines, if you consider, generally in 1 second it is able to count, verify, validate, communicate. In 1 second 5 notes it is able to do. Now the point is security. ATM machines are 24 hours. In midnight also you will be having ATM machines. So definitely we require security. High degree of security is required. The thieves, dacoits, they may rob the ATM machine. Why they are unable to do? What is the secret behind the security of ATM machines? Means the shell of ATM is half inch to 2 inches thickness. The outer box, the shell of ATM machine is half inch thickness to 2 inches thickness. So it is very thick. So no one can break that. You can observe here there is a robber who is trying to break the ATM. It is not possible. It is unbreakable, and even it will not melt by blowing through torch fire. Sometimes they get the welding machine because it is unbreakable. Sometimes they make use of the fire torch, that is a welding machine, to break that shell. But it is not possible. When you heat that, it alerts through internet. It alerts the police. It alerts the bank officials. It alerts the security system. And also you remember in a ATM center there will be a big alarm which is in the form of a mic shape alarm will be there. Whenever you hit the ATM machine strongly, it sends a vibration signals to alarm, and alarm starts, the siren starts sounding. And also the internet which is attached to the ATM machine will send signals to the police, security and bank officials that some abnormality is happening at so and so ATM machine center. Also remember, if there are big vibrations for the ATM machines, automatically the ATM door gets locked and you are inside. You are present inside the ATM chamber. And also the CC cameras are being installed and they will be recording every act of you. So the burglars, it is very difficult to burgle the cash from ATM machine. Suppose I don't want to break the ATM machine. I want to tie that ATM machine to a big truck and I want to pull that ATM machine out of the ATM center. I want to take it to my home. Sometimes they may try in this fashion. Instead of breaking, they want to pull that ATM machine to somewhere else. Even in this case, whenever the wallet is made horizontal, automatically the ink inside the wallet gets spilled and all the notes get spoiled. If you tilt the ATM machine, automatically the ink inside the ATM machine will be spilled on all the notes and the notes gets damaged. Those notes are no way useful. In some ATM machines they put acid inside the vault. When you tilt that ATM machine, automatically the acid will fall on the notes and notes will burn away. So the robbers, they can't get benefited. And also remember, when it is being tied to a van and they take away the ATM machine, the GPS system gets on, the global positioning system of the ATM machine gets on, and it will, through internet, it will be communicating to the police officials about the route. It will track the route where it is going on. The location tracking will be switched on, and that will be known the location of the thieves. Also, if we want to open the vault, it will be hang a secret code. Unless and until you know the secret code, you can't open the vault. This will be known only to the authorized people like bank managers, bank officials. A password will be arranged to the vault. Unless and until you type the password, the vault will not be opened. Safety guide. You are doing money transactions from the ATM. Then there are 12 steps to be followed in order to safeguard your money. Don't save your card information on websites or internet or in emails. Sometimes we put all our card numbers, secret, password with a fear that I may forget. You will be saving all this information in your emails or in the website. Don't do that. Some may hack your email and they rob the passwords. If your password is robbed, finish. They can steal the cash with great ease. Don't do that. Use ATM alone. Beware of the shoulder surfing. Whenever you are going to the ATM center, don't take your friends. You may trust them, but they may cheat you. Try to go alone to take the cash. Don't go in mob. Don't respond or reply for the phishing emails. Sometimes you will be getting some attractive emails that we are bank officials, we want to do money transactions, we want to guide you, tell your password. You may be receiving some emails, you will be receiving some SMSs, you will be receiving some messages stating that they are bank officials. Tell the password, we want to do some maintenance activity. No. You should not reveal your ATM PIN passwords. Collect receipt and wait for welcome screen. After completion of your money transactions, you just take the receipt, you wait, again you should get a welcome screen. Sometimes you better press cancel. Destroy, close and damaged card. Suppose if your card got damaged, it fell in water, it got damaged, you destroy it. Don't throw in dustbin. You tear it, you destroy it, you damage it. Look for skimming devices. Swipe card at trusted POS. Don't swipe card here and there. You go with one single ATM center, you use that there itself. Sometimes there will be skimming devices. There will be imitating devices. You feel that it is a ATM machine, you will insert. No, that is not an ATM machine. That is a cheating machine which will cheat your passwords, logins, bank card details. Everything will be grabbed. Change PIN regularly. Generally we don't change PIN. We will be hang one secret code every time we will be using the same secret code. It is always recommended don't use the same secret code for long period of time. Once in 2 months, once in 3 months, you always change your PIN. Change your PIN regularly. You register for SMS alerts. Whenever your bank card is inserted into the ATM machine, you should get an alert, SMS alert. If that is you, you can respond. If that is not you, you can respond. So you will come to know who is using the card. You should get an SMS OTP. For additional security, better go with the OTP SMS. Keep PIN secret. ATM PIN should be kept secret. So these are the all precautionary measures we need to take to safeguard your ATM machine. Dear students, with which I would like to conclude about the wonderful mission of this era, that is ATM, automated teller machine, which is supporting many of the public. It is putting the public in comfort zone. It is totally internet based mechanical, technical, electronics. The machine is being constructed with the technologies of the computers, internet, computer programming, electronics, sensors, circuit boards, and some part of mechanics. From now onwards, whenever you approach the ATM machine, you try to study all these parts, how the ATM machine is working technically. Your study should be technically, not financially. Though you do financial transactions, you observe the ATM machine technically what is happening there, so that you can enrich your knowledge. With this, I would like to conclude. Dear students, thank you very much. Bye bye.